Okay, so good day everyone. After knowing why teach and what to teach on the constructivism theory, I will be going to discuss also on how to teach or apply constructivism inside the classroom. Constructivism in education. In constructivist classrooms, teachers has a role to create a collaborative environment where students are actively involved in their own learning. So how? Through encouraging students to engage in dialogue, encourage student inquiry by asking thoughtful, open-ended questions and encouraging students to ask questions to each other. Next, teachers are more facilitators of learning than actual instructors. Teachers must work to understand the pre-existing conceptions and understanding of students, then work to incorporate knowledge within those areas. Next, teachers need to adjust their teaching. This is to match the learner's level of understanding. For example, allow wait time after posing questions, seek elaboration of students' initial responses, and provide time for students to construct relationships and create metaphors. So here are major rules for facilitators to support students in constructivist learning environment as identified by David Junassen. First rule is the modeling. The teacher shows children how to do a skill, routine or procedure, tells them what to notice, and expects that they will learn it immediately. So what is the purpose of this modeling? To provide students with a clear, multisensory model of a skill or concept. Next rule is coaching. The practice of coaching in the classroom is one of the most effective ways to bring out the best in students, to develop their talents and strengths, to build skills and confidence, and to nurture learning. Next rule is the scaffolding. It is the process through which a teacher adds supports for students in order to enhance learning and aid in the mastery of tasks. The teacher does this by systematically building on students' experiences and knowledge as they are learning new skills. In the constructivist classroom, students work primarily in groups and learning knowledge are interactive and dynamic. There is a great focus and emphasis on social and communication skills, as well as collaboration and exchange of ideas. So here are some activities that encourage in constructivist classrooms. This includes experimentation. Students individually perform an experiment and then come together as a class to discuss the results. Next activity is the research projects. Students research a topic and can present their findings to the class. Another activity is the field trips. This allows the students to put the concepts and ideas discussed in the class in a real-world context. Field trips would often be followed by class discussions. Another one is the class discussions, for it helps students process information, and this is to get students to practice thinking about the course material. Another activity is the filming. This provides visual context and thus bring another scenes into the learning experience. In constructivist teaching, The process of gaining knowledge is viewed as being just as important as the product. Thus, assessment is based not only on tests but also on observation of the student's work or task, in the student's points of view. So here are some constructivist assessments or strategies that students or pupils needs to comply with. First is the oral discussions. The teachers presents students with a focus question and allows an open discussion on the topic. Next, the KWLH chart, wherein the students are going to write what they know, what they want to know, what they have learned, and how they know it. This technique can be used throughout the course of study for a particular topic, but is also a good assessment technique as it shows the teacher the progress of the student throughout the course study. Next, mind mapping. In this activity, students list and categorize the concepts and ideas relating to a topic. Next is on the hands-on activities. This encourages students to manipulate their environments or a particular learning tool. Teachers can use a checklist and observation to assess student access with a particular material. Next, pre-testing. This allows a teacher to determine what knowledge students bring to a new topic and thus will be helpful in directing the course study. So here are some pedagogical goals of constructivist classrooms or learning environments according to Honeybin in 1996. To provide experience with the knowledge construction process, wherein students determine how they will learn. To provide experience in and appreciation for multiple perspectives. To embed learning in realistic context through the given authentic task. To encourage ownership and a voice in the learning process, or it is a student-centered learning. To embed learning in social experience through collaboration. To encourage the use of multiple modes of representation such as videos, audios, text, and others. And to encourage awareness of the knowledge construction process through reflections. That's all, and thank you very much for listening.